We are good to go. I'm not sure. And it wasn't that big of a change for the overlay, which I was kind of nice about. All right, folks, we're here. We got any view? We got a couple viewers. Are they all squatters? You never know.
One's me.
Yeah, well, yeah.
One is also me.
That's right. Yeah. And am I. And yeah, we're all here. That's good though. Well, let's get started with the Death Dealers and Tuesday Night D&D. Running just a few minutes behind. Sorry about that. That's on me. But we have surprises with the group. If you can't tell from the overlay, there's been some gender swapping going on in the group. Let's do introductions as always, and we'll get on to two new players in. Free, you're up first.
Free Walker is the 7th level Goliath fighter barbarian, and Little Pincushion got himself murdered a while back and hasn't come back yet.
Ladies, you'll meet Pincushion in a little while. And we try to kill him as quickly as possible when he's cast, just so you know. Danovan. Danovan here with us. There he is.
Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Sorry, I was on mute. Hi, I am Danovan. I am your 7th level druid, and we are here to grow things and kill things yet again.
Morthos.
Hey there, it's Morthos, your 7th level tiefling rogue, hoping to wish everyone a happy Fat Tuesday, and maybe Bart, our Tempest cleric or Tempest sorcerer, can whip up some nice hurricanes for us.
Probably could. Bart.
And Bart is your 7th level half-elf sorcerer, awakening from a drunken stupor mourning his equestrian ally.
That's pretty good. And our first swap, going from male gnome to female redheaded gnome, is Murphisia.
Hello, I am Merphisia. I am 7th level bard, and I don't understand. I had blonde hair, and it was perfectly coiffed, and now it's red, and I'm missing parts. I'm very upset.
Yes, it seems to have affected another member of the group too, the great and one Puritania.
Hello, I'm Puritania, Tanya for short. I am a human variant ranger of 7th level.
Yeah, and beforehand was a 7th level paladin, and all of a sudden, poof, and bright flash of light that emanated throughout the whole cavern here in the middle of this combat. Poof, the party finds that 2 of their members are now female. How weird is that down in the elemental temples areas?
Can I ask you a question, Buff?
Yeah.
Why is Pig Iron still on the map in the combat?
Oh, he's not supposed to be. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Thank you. His token's there, but he's not. So that puts her.
So he is still on the combat tracker, at least on my screen.
Oh, I just removed him from the. Yeah, here, hold on a second. Let me see. Is he? I moved him from the party sheet. Yeah, there he is. I moved him from the party sheet, thinking that would pull him out. All right.
I always knew that secretly that's what Pig Iron was asking Lythander for.
That's right. Yeah, well, Lythander granted him.
Switch genders and become a ranger.
And
Rare granted.
True dream in
initiatives
life.
are all cleared out. Why is that? Weird.
Because wild magic did wild magic.
Yeah, I guess so. But we'll keep them in order here because we find ourselves, and you ladies, you'll have to we'll try to catch up as quickly as possible, or I can fill you in a little bit after the session tonight, just kind of what's been happening. But the party is way down deep underground, having located what is an old dwarven temple sanctuary that's been repurposed by 4 cult groups, cults of the elemental evils, and basically the party is down here searching for a dwarven retinue of dignitaries that went missing in the above land, and they've been following some clues, possibilities, and have come down into the temples and the different area layouts of the land here, and you are now 3 this is the third story basically underground. Yeah. So they've traveled above land, found some passageways to get down under different, well, there was a monastery, and then you have there was a river boathouse, and they found some ways that led underground to different sections of the old temple that are occupied by like I said, the 4 elementals. There's been the water elementals, the earth, air, and y'all actually haven't met any of the air, I don't think, right? It's just been the water and...
Yep, we cleared out the water temple, and that's the only one of the actual 4 temples we cleared out. We came down to another level, I forget the name of it, and they came down from there to the Black Geode.
So they've been dealing with earth elementals, earth cultists, that which revolves around, rocks and dirt and, solid stuff, and they cleared out part of that area, then actually found another way down to what was called the Fane of the Eye, and there's been a lot of magic, a lot of misfiring of spells, lots of just weird stuff going on in that area. And then they found some more passageways even going farther down, and that's where they find themselves now, down here dealing with more of the earth cultists and more earth type creatures, as in where you two ladies find yourself when you pop into existence, not understanding what the hell's going on. You're staring at a huge earth elemental, and there is a big black bear that is attacking it while the elemental's attacking the two of you. And the fights kind of range back and forth. I think Freeze, you went down a little maybe in the last fight, or was one of y'all went down. Bart and Pig had run down south, but come back around to where we kind of find ourselves now. And Rundorth is the one. They have found one dwarf up above. This is the second dwarf. They know they're searching for 3 total, and this is the second of the 3 that they have found that was kept down here kind of as a slave, helping this earth group. They were molded.
I think this may be the first one that we found.
Did y'all not? Oh,
we found him, but I killed him in a Tempest Storm of Flying Swords.
Oh dear.
I don't remember that.
That wasn't. There was a okay. So there's okay. I don't want to give it away then. If y'all,
I think the guy you killed that was in that flying sword thing. I think he was just a human captain. I don't think that was a dwarf.
Yeah, he was just a riverboat captain. He wasn't a dwarf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Now there's 2. Yeah, there's 3 total you're looking for. I thought that you found one up in a different level. I won't give it away just in case. I'll go back and look at the map and the notes and see.
We went through the water temple and we killed the prophet there. We came downstairs and cleared that level out, and we killed the fire prophet, I think it was there. That's where we got Tinder Strike. But we haven't been to the earth or the fire or the air temples.
Okay, there you go. Then that is where we find ourselves. But anyway, we're at the top of. We still have this elemental that we're dealing with, and I don't understand why all of a sudden I've cleared out. The elemental's been damaged, and
yeah, we were fighting it. We ran out of time last time and had to stop.
Well, he was I think he was a monster that was bought, if I remember correctly. So we'll start off the buy here. We're just going to re-roll initiative for everybody.
He was a fumble monster. It was a 1d4 new monsters appear.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay, I didn't go back and look. I normally get a chance to review the last 30 minutes of the game previously, and I did not get a chance to today. So I'm failing on a DM on multiple levels again. But ladies, welcome to the group. We will try to catch up afterwards. We will spend a few minutes, look over the sheets, just what changes the 2 of you want to make. And I'll kind of give you an overview recap of what's been happening in the overarching storyline, just so you're not in the dark with some of the comments and things that are happening and what the group's trying to do. All right.
Okay.
Just for now, trust us. Just kill whatever you find, because that's mainly what they do. They don't ask too many questions, especially Free. He just kind of smashes things and Bart runs off.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I don't run off. I run behind things.
He kind of moves kind of slow. He's been in ooze for a while, and he's still trying to catch his legs. All All right.
Yeah,
well,
people changing genders doesn't surprise me. I spent 3 weeks as a jelly, so
yes, he did. He was close to committing
Oh my.
suicide. All right, Morthos, you're up first. So we have a movement here.
move on down a little closer and chuck some fire at this guy. Horribly miss.
If I remember correctly from our previous experience on the Thunder, I think they're vulnerable to Thunder.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm tapped out, so I have my cantrips, and I don't have a thunder cantrip.
All
So,
right.
Duff,
Tanya.
question for you.
Yep.
Elementals are actually a favored enemy. So what does that mean exactly?
You should be able to, when you look at favored, nicely done. You have advantage on survival checks to track them and intelligent chance to recall information about them. So we need to code something or just have that kind of on your, one of those things to code on your actions tab so that you know to look at and to kind of keep in mind.
Okay.
That's really it is. It's basically hunting and tracking them. You can kind of know a little bit more about them and what they do when you're close to them.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if it had anything to do with combat.
No, it sure doesn't. Looks like.
All right. Works for me.
But you
Yeah,
speak
I
their
didn't-
language. You speak the elemental language. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
It looks like I forgot to roll initiative when you asked us to.
Who did?
Oh, Danovan.
And it looks like I rolled a 22.
That's fine. You can go next once she's done. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I will use this.
This will be our first mixed group, guys, too. How cool is that?
You're welcome.
Missed again.
Welcome to the Death
Well,
Dealers.
First roll of the day is a bad
Go ahead
one.
and get it out of the way. Okay.
All right, that's totally fine. All right, that's all. for
Danovan,
me.
you can go.
Am I a brown bear or a black bear?
I think
Brown
you're
bear, right?
the-
Because that's the only one there is, right?
It says black bear on the token, but you can be either. I don't care. They want to be
Ah,
brown.
well. Nope, it says brown. Is there a difference?
How about
Half
owl?
challenge?
Can you be an
I don't think
owl
so.
bear?
I can make you blue.
Oh no, brown bear has a challenge level 1.
What those has to be a beast. I think owlbear is something else.
All right, so melee weapon attack. Bam. It's a hit. So is that 1d6 plus 2? Is that what I see?
On the bear,
Yeah.
1d6. Yeah, Grab that word and just drag it and drop it on them. There you
Oh,
go.
that was weak.
Sorry.
All right.
That didn't work. Get this out.
Oh,
here.
it's a little bear.
Bear. I'm giving him a bear.
It's an actual bear.
It's a bear, but it's not doing what I want it to do.
Yeah, it looks more like a panther than a bear.
I'm just trying to see. He's not on the. Okay, there he is down on the combat tracker. That's what I was wanting. There we go. But yeah, you should be. The bear's you, so let me put him back. All right, up there with you. Earth Elemental will. I think the bear's the only thing that's given him.
Oh
some
wait,
love.
Danovan needs to go.
That's who it is. Danovan's the bear right now.
Right.
So he's a
Okay.
shape changer. So that's why they're actually. I'm gonna actually move them up one. That'll then they're paired together. But we use the bear's hit points first before he's reverted back to Danovan. We'll figure that out later. Okay, so the elemental's gonna give you a couple pops, bear. Oh, no way.
Nice, 2 fumbles.
Haha.
What happened? I missed it.
I got a fumble on my next hit. All right, Free, you're up.
So, Duff, did you make the bell mill a bit bigger there? It seems bigger than large now.
He made. Oh, I made. Sorry.
He grew up a little bit.
So I will get advantage for you, right?
You got to be one more square behind him. Actually, you're fine.
I'm directly across from Murph there, so that's why I thought it was good.
He attacked the bear.
Does that matter? I'm opposite from where Murph is at, but if you want me to go one more over, I can.
Yeah, if you move down one, then that puts you right. Yeah, that puts you at advantage then. Murphisia.
What the heck, guys? I don't understand. I'm so confused. I'm missing parts. What's going on? What is that giant? What? Okay,
Fight first, ask questions later.
fine.
Apparently, she misses being able to stand up and write her name in the snow.
Oh. Fine.
There's no snow down here.
I'm gonna cast vicious mockery at it.
She's going to mock.
I could say you're as ugly as an ogre, but that would be an ogres.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Oh no.
We're starting off strong today.
It
Hey,
failed
he
though.
failed.
But he failed.
It did fail. Ooh.
No, I put the disadvantage on him too, right?
It's got to make this. Yeah, that's correct. Uh huh.
And that is it.
Nicely done. The dwarf is going to back over here in the corner. Actually, what has he got on? No, he's well, he's not he's not feeling too good. He's still got very little health, so he's going to.
Yeah, we had to drop a heal on him because he had 2 failed death saves on him, so we didn't want to lose him.
Oh, remember the battle was on. The boulets were stomping on him and all that, so we kind of felt bad for him. So he's going to pass his turn. Yeah, Bart.
Alright, I'm not sure what's going on, but there's a large dart monster here.
Mm-hmm.
So I will just throw some acid at it.
It didn't do much to it.
Oh good.
Well, it succeeded, so does it not take that damage at all? Bardicus. Yeah, it doesn't take any damage.
Increases- Oh, okay.
Bart.
It's been a while. I've been in a drunken stupor.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
But I'm still gonna move, back down here away from it.
Yep. The bear. What are you doing?
My bad. I forgot you said the bear, and that's me. All right.
Last time I
mean,
checked.
I am a bear, and I still got some health left as a bear. But it'll carry over, and that'll be not good for me. So, if I change back to me, I can move away from him, right? Or will that incur an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, well, yep. Either way, you move away, you get popped.
You know what? I might as well keep the 2 hit points and just swing at him.
Yeah, because then it'll just absorb him and change over to you afterwards. So you're fine. Yeah, look at that! Look at that!
Oh. What? Oh.
That's pretty useless.
I gain inspiration. What's up?
All right. Put it
I
up.
didn't miss that. That inspiration's good.
There you go. Nicely done. You've still got.
Alright. Now to roll damage.
Yep, you do new roll damage. Okay. And you've got your claw attack too. Okay.
I tried to pass my turn, but it wouldn't let me.
Because I have to. Okay.
Ah.
All right. So which enemy is the elemental facing right now? I want to make sure I get behind him.
The bear.
So I shall go over there. That way I can get a backstab in.
Yep.
So who has Tender Strike now?
I do.
We played around.
Just
robin with
for
that.
now, maybe.
Played around robin with that. That was funny. I don't think y'all caught it, but Morthos, you had it, and I was.
Murph had it first, and Morthos stole it from him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Murph had it first. Morthos stole it from my Murph was not playing. Then Morthos PM'd me, and he sleight of handed, and he put it in Pig's inventory.
Which I was surprised because I remember him asking. He's like, "Hey, did you see my second PM?" And I'm sure that was the whole, who did I take it back from?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you had to answer Pig, and he didn't say anything after that, so I was confused. I was like, I was expecting that to, be a little thing because I know those two know each other in real life.
But he didn't catch it because then Murph always thought that Pig had it. And so he PM'd me and goes, I'm going to take it from him. I'm going to try it. And he did a sleight of hand and beat the perception check and all that. That's why I kept clearing out the text chat when this was going on, because I didn't want people seeing that it was moving back and forth between players and all that, because it shows it when I move things like that. And that was so funny. And he takes it back, and I don't think Pig even knew that you'd put it in, put it on him. He never.
Yeah,
took
you
his
put a
input.
bit in it.
Yeah.
Put it in him.
No, he didn't. Okay.
Oh, he would know if I put it in him.
Yeah, exactly. Tanya.
All right. Try out this
Murph's all you're watching.
dagger.
That's funny. Yep. You have changed from blonde and male to, as she said, missing parts and redheaded female, and you're quite upset right now.
Yes. I don't like it one bit.
No, she does.
Want my perfectly coiffed blonde hair back.
And it's not kept up either. If you look at her, so it's all.
No.
It's all over the place.
It is.
That is a nice headband. though.
Okay, all natural. She's doing awful.
Well, there
Yeah.
you
We are confused.
Alrighty then.
As a hunter, don't you have an effect you can put on there to do an extra D8 damage? Or did you not take that?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
Are you talking about fighting
you have
styles?
Hunter's Prey, so you need to. Yeah. Well. Okay. So he.
No,
yeah, we'll
Hunter's
go
Prey
through
is
that.
I could pick something different.
Okay, right now just play it out. When we get done tonight, we'll sit down and let's go over each part and get it coded for you properly. But there's probably some choices we need to make sure you take.
My archery one is already set in.
Okay.
The one he's talking about must be another version
Hunter's
or another
Prey.
power. Yeah, because I picked something else for that.
Okay,
I'm supposed to
that's
pick
fine.
just one.
Um,
Yeah.
Horde Breaker's what you chose. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha, okay.
Okay. Good. All right. The Elemental will. Well, did you hit it well? What did you do to it?
I pegged him twice for 25 points.
Well, then he'll just turn and face you. Yay!
Yay!
He didn't appreciate that.
I still have my protection spell on.
Wonderful. There you go.
That's why I was planning to turn to face. Do I still get advantage because of flanking?
He's facing you now.
Oops, sorry, that was wrong key. You picked 11.
Yeah, well. Murphizia.
I'm going to cast no curse. Sorry, you guys are gonna have to give me failed. Okay.
Bring your volume up a little bit on your mic, girl, would you? You can.
Oh, I had my mic. I didn't realize I had it so far down.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I just did bestow curse so that he failed, so I put that on there. But I didn't realize I had extra attack.
Okay.
So I
Yes, you
can.
do. Yes, you've forgotten that in the changeover, but we quite heard about it all the time from Murphiz. So,
Um,
and you love
So I
stealing
wanna
the
go-
kills, just so you know.
I
Yeah,
do.
more those.
Well, I thought
Um,
Murph
Sorry.
boasted about it all the time.
I want to cast Dissonant Whispers. Or can I only do one spell at a time?
Yes, only one spell and
Okay.
cantrip. Yeah, you can't get two spells back to back.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
I
right.
can just,
Yeah, Murph, you are the best warrior in the group. Yep.
and I missed.
Oh,
So much for the best warrior.
uh,
Sorry, I'll get the hang of this, promise.
Bart.
Glue.
Alright. So I'll move up here behind Morthos.
Were you gonna move into the wall?
Use
Well, hopefully in that little crevice behind him. I am pretty small.
Free Walker is your shield, not me.
Anything is my shield.
True.
And I will... Actually, you know what? I'm still a bit confused.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why these two women are here, or this bear, or this angry piece of dirt.
Oh no.
Well, he had run off and down the hallway, so he's kind of missed some of the battle that was happening up here. Bart was
So,
just-
so
Bart was
I'm just gonna
distracted.
try and throw a spider web out there, and make sure everything stays still. Oh, I need to target them.
I'm about to say you got it's a 20. It's a how big a radius is this thing?
Oh lord.
20.
Yeah.
It's not a race, it's square.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Gotcha. Oh boy.
Mhm.
Do you want me to just roll it again, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There's. So
And we'll do the effect.
yeah, Murphizi is the only one that has not been affected by it.
What in the world?
But by what?
A web.
You got that web.
Oh no.
Yep.
What?
I have a feeling Derek Elmo's going to break free without too much trouble.
Yeah, so he threw it. So the start of your turn, that was the save. You're actually supposed to throw it every time they start their turn. But for this first round here, and then from there you can make strength checks to break the restraint. So, all right.
No,
So
no.
everybody
Tap
except
Morthos on the shoulder and ask him exactly what the hell is going on here, and move a little bit further down.
That's right.
Hey Bart,
Yes.
your DC is higher than 11, right? It shows on that spell that your DC is 11. I think something is coded wrong on that.
Let's see. Let me open it up. It is.
It's probably got intelligence on there instead of
No,
charisma.
it's set to group DC, and Bart, your charisma, right?
I am.
Boom. 14. Oh man, I don't know if the updates did that. I've had to go through other sheets. I'll go through everybody's on this group afterwards. Yeah, some of the DCs get messed up. They reset to group DCs instead of individuals based on their modifiers. So, But that's the lower ones. It's fine. If they failed, they still failed. It would have been even
Told you
worse.
they were over here. I was
So-
trying
Alright.
to stop them.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, that guy.
I will run back here, hide, and await Morthos' answer.
The bear. You are stuck in web. You may attack. You're just kind of unable to move. You're restrained right now.
Well, he's right there in my face, so it doesn't really matter that much, does it?
That's correct.
Even with advantage, I missed. Twice.
The webs. That's it. Oh, I gotta pass your turn for you. Morthos.
Alright, I'm gonna look back at Bart and be like, if they blame me for this damn spell going off, I'm totally not covering for you. I'm still angry about the firebolt to the face. But let him know that the bear is Danovan, and I don't know who these other two are. I think it's Pig Iron and Murph, but they seem different. I'm not sure what just happened.
Very
I think
weird.
Their hair's a little different. They've done something with their hair.
Like red.
Yeah, I think Pig got a little bit more manly. Hey, this web crap you threw, can I move into it safely, or will I get stuck?
You have to make
Well,
a
you can
dex
move into
save.
it. I wouldn't say safely.
Yeah.
I'll just stay here then.
That's
That one really shouldn't have been at an advantage. I still had it on from my sneak attack.
Roll it again.
So you want me-
Just roll it again. Still roll.
Oh, he's restrained. That's why it's an advantage.
Yeah. Okay. Then the first one. Takes. Then. Yep.
All right, and well, I don't think there's any way I can get into this room without going through the web, so I will stay here.
Okay. Now, so yeah, you're restrained, Puritanis, so you cannot move this round.
Well, she's gonna look over in the hallway and see Morthos and give a really annoyed look. Like, why? What? What? Can she still hit though?
Yes. Oh yeah. You can still hit. You just can't move.
Okay. She will use a short sword. Oh my gosh.
Aww.
Have you hit yet?
Ah,
No.
I hit once
Oh.
with the dagger. And that was it. Yeah, she's really annoyed at the moment.
All right. The elemental. He'll just slam the big
I'll be
boy.
right back.
Or not. Uh-oh.
Hey, you're not supposed to hit.
Oh, took your concentration. Broke that concentration on the spell.
Well, that's not good.
Woo.
Ooh, exhausted.
Nice.
All right.
And 27 points of damage.
Okay, so since it failed against me, can I move without him having an opportunity attack on me?
Okay, so you at this turn you may move. Now he can still hit you. No, you just can't. He just can't walk anywhere right for the moment. But he can still, if you just step away from him, he can pop you for get a free shot.
But his op attack will be a disadvantage.
Yes.
Well, partly too because of the. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I'm gonna try and move away from him.
Fine.
Get away.
And he will. Oh.
Dropped to 20. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, your concentration disappeared too. Sad. What would you like to do? You moved.
Okay. Well. Okay, if I'm just looking at this here. Okay, I'm gonna try and. I'm still having trouble drawing the spheres.
Okay.
Go to the
Right mouse
pointers,
click on that,
right?
go to pointers. Yep. And then select draw a circle. Then pick a spot where you want the middle of it to start.
Okay, it's supposed to be a 10-foot radius though, so I think it's
That
gonna
would
be
this. Yeah,
right there.
one more. Actually, you could take it out just a little bit further.
Right there.
So
So would it get? It would get free, and it would,
yeah,
and
that's good.
Puritania,
No,
it
if
would
free's not colored, then it doesn't.
and
No,
neither
I
is
think we're
Puritania.
safe.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. You're
and I'm
good.
casting Shatter.
Okay,
Good choice.
you just target him only then. He failed. Yep, big chunks of
Nice.
him fall off. He's standing, but he doesn't look healthy.
Okay, well I can't do anything. Oh, well, I could do the crossbow. Okay. And
Bart,
Alright, so I'll move back up here behind Morthos. And since it let me know, I will drop my concentration on this web.
well, you're a half elf, Gubrasabi. You can't. You're not small enough to get behind him. You're a medium-sized creature. You goofy. Trying to cheat the system.
Okay, well I can still see the
Yes, you can still
large
see.
earth elemental there, right?
Oh, can I block the Earth Elemental? I don't want him to get the kill, so can I like obstruct his vision so he can't get the spell?
You can go miss. Give him disadvantage, not disaid him.
So I'm gonna drop
This
the web.
aid, I like that.
Go ahead, Bart. What are you doing? I'm going to stop messing with you.
Now we're going to drop the web.
Oh,
And
that's true. I didn't catch that free. Good. Yeah. Next time, call it out for.
evidently I still have sorcery points, so I'm gonna pop 2 of those. Get a spell back. And chuck a chromatic orb at him.
Nope.
And miss severely. And then go back down here where I should be.
Yeah.
Oh shit, a vulture.
Orthos disaided you. Black Bear. You.
All right, just 1 second.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm trying to bake a batch of cookies while I'm doing this.
Cookies.
Yeah, we have a cookie competition at work tomorrow.
Ooh.
Am I the only one having trouble hearing Dan?
Yeah, he's a little low. He's a little low.
Yeah, that's this mic. It's got to be super close to be heard. Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, you were saying, Duff.
You were stuck in the web still. If you want to move, if not, you just attack away.
Didn't you say he
I
dropped
released
concentration on the web?
Did Bart drop const? Oh, because the
I
spell
did.
he just okay. My bad. I didn't hear it. Go figure. Never mind. So that means they wouldn't be.
Still missed.
He's still gonna miss. And all right, Morthos.
Yes, I get the kill.
Assuming you hit.
Here you go.
second attack.
You had to talk smack about it.
I know. Oh, I still don't have him targeted. Crap. That's a hit. Yes, still got it. If I had Tinder Strike, it would have been a guaranteed.
Mm-hmm. True. Okay, yeah, so Rundorth, actually, he's unconscious. I just caught that. Okay, the elemental explodes into a shower of mud and dirt and rocks as it falls down to the ground. There's nothing else moving in this room. Everybody's kind of surprised as they stare at these two of their compadres who once were male but are now female.
Right. What happened to you two?
Tanya's still really annoyed at Morthos for throwing spider webs on her. Which is what she assumes, anyway.
Yeah, what was that?
I look down the hall to see if the half-elf is moving in.
Like, she will approach Morthos. Like, what were you thinking of doing something like that in the middle of a battle, which we obviously weren't hitting you?
Yeah, Morthos, what's up with that, man?
Yeah, Morthos, what's your problem?
Tanya, your memory will clear briefly and at the proper moments to remember that that was Bart back there, and that's one of Bart's standard operating procedures. Is that he shoots
Yeah, I specialize in fire, things that burn and flame. White sticky goo is all about Bart back there.
Yes.
Not funny, dude. I'm already having to deal with enough tonight.
Yeah, and Murphisia, you will know that you and Bart were infamous at having a fart contest all the time. So,
While they're having that conversation, I'm going to start rolling the bodies.
yeah, you're into flatulence, Murphisia. Was there anything?
Oh my god.
We have other things to worry about right now.
Yeah, let's make sure this dwarf doesn't leave over here.
A dwarf?
No, they. So yeah, you don't really. Other than the stuff that was, he's stable, kind of unconscious. There is what Morthos had found. I don't think you'd done anything with it. There was a breastplate that was looks like it was kind of crafted out of crystal.
I'm gonna come out of bear form.
Okay. And Morthos just done in there. But the rest, what the workers here and all that, the ones that are dead now, they were in kind of minimal garb because they were working with the mud and the weapons here and all that, so that they were more, they weren't carrying really anything of a value on them. But the only thing that looks kind of interesting was this breastplate. I don't think Morthos did anything with it, but it was it looked like it said it was polished from, crafted from polished crystals, and it kind of catches the eye, and.
We need to get a detect magic going in this room. Somebody.
Anybody? Someone? Maybe?
I'm checking. I don't know if I have it or not.
Detect magic? Nope.
Yeah.
I think Bart had it. Did you borrow Bart?
That was me arranged.
No, I don't have detect magic.
I'm not seeing it yet myself.
Somebody in this group had detect magic.
I'm
That ain't
looking.
me.
I think
Yeah, I think it
Dan
was
used to
Myra.
have it.
I don't see it on any of mine.
Danvin had it?
I don't have it anymore.
Well, you were a druid, so you can change your spells at a long rest.
Are we
Ask
taking
the
a
dwarf if he knows what's up with the craft they were crafting here, specifically the breastplate.
Well, he's unconscious right now.
Well, wake him up.
He's got 11 hit points. Why is he unconscious?
wake his ass up? He's got
he
a
got a heal.
Okay, so let me I may have given that to him, right. Alright, so he is, let me take that all off of him. Okay, yeah, he kind of snaps to and awake and all that.
I mean, I have identify. Does that count?
Well, we need to identify after we find something magical, so I'm pretty sure somebody in this group had detect magic because we've used it before.
Yeah, it was
Well,
either Murph or
but
Jonathan.
here's the thing. Identify though, if it's Magic item.
Yeah, but you don't want to waste a spell slot on something if you don't know already know it's magical.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, what the dwarf will tell you, kind of sleepishly and all that, that he was kept here to conscript and toil here, helping them craft armor and weapons. In exchange, he says the other delegates in the custody of the Earth cults wouldn't be harmed. And he goes, my comrade Roldenthar was in the mines below what they called the Sacred Stone Monastery. And his other companion, Lady Desinia, she was captured by and taken off by some of the air cult raiders.
Yeah, we haven't been to those places yet.
Yeah, well, Sinia we haven't seen, but your other friend was probably killed by a blind Umberhawk that we encountered.
Well, we never actually got down below that monastery, so we never actually saw the dwarf over there.
And there was a moon elf that traveled with them, a moon elf Terrasil, oh godly, yeah, Terry, was handed over to the fire cult about, a couple of 10 days ago. And that's the last, once they were all split apart, that was the last that he saw of his comrades. And he had been down here ever since, just kind of sleeping in a corner, barely fed, and, made to toil and make weapons around these tables, using the...
So the fact that his allies were sold to members of the other cults, does he believe or get the impression that the different elemental cults are working together and not actually against and fighting each other?
He's been down here with the Earth cult the whole time. If they were sold as slaves and all that, then he would not be able to ascertain that. He doesn't know enough.
Well, he knew that one went to the air cult and one went to the other person and all that. So was that like a friendly transaction that he witnessed, or was it just kind of a happenstance?
That's a good question, because how would he know that one's at the air cult and the other one was handed to the fire cult? It was... Wow.
Yeah, because we've seen indications that the cults were battling each other, but this seems to indicate the opposite, that they're kind of working together towards something.
Yeah, they're usually, like, with each group, they have one, they kind of favor one of each other, and then there's one they kind of despise, and some of them have called a truce down here. He said they've kind of made an uneasy peace down below as they're working on something big that he knows. The weapons here were to be used to attack and used to gain more leverage up on the upper areas of the world, and a good bit of his time after he was broken apart from his group, once they were captured on the side road there, he's been here. But he knows that he's got one friend that's definitely still part of, or is kept in, like, the mines, another set of mines in the Earth cultist area, and the other two were with different cult members, just the way they were split apart.
Does he have any indication of what's to the north here? Because there are several monsters that flee to the north that we never killed. So
he's been kept here.
In this room particularly, he doesn't know what's in the room to the north?
He has not been anywhere else. When he was allowed to see unblindfolded, he was kept here and was under constant watch from cult members and some of their initiates.
All right. Anyone else got any questions?
I have a question, but not for this guy. It's been a while since we had a long rest. I don't remember when the last time it was. Has it been long enough that we could take one?
No, not long enough yet.
I want to take my wand and poke these two new people and study them. Just to make sure that these effects aren't contagious.
Wait, what?
He's
The question is, where are you poking him with that one?
yeah,
Hey,
what's he
hey,
calling
hey,
his
hey.
wand? Uh-huh.
None of that. Mm-mm.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
by the way, your wand is going to need a nice rest period. We kind of used it down to the critical level.
Man, I
Oh,
see
good
that.
Yeah, I didn't fire
But
off
there's
twice.
enough left for a couple pokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have a long refractory
Johnny
period.
is not about this poking right now.
Mm-mm.
You
I
keep
don't
your
trust you.
wooden sticks to yourself, sir.
Yeah, no, I don't trust you. Mm-mm.
Well, the wand he's
No.
carrying is bigger than his natural wand, apparently. So, you know.
Mm. I'd rather sit over here by this mud pit. Nope.
Yeah, you don't get too close to that mud pit. It's very, 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 very hot.
I didn't say I was going to sit in it. I said I'd just
Not
stand
the
over
kind of mud you
by
want to
it.
give yourself a facial with.
Well,
Bath.
I could use a facial after getting red
That's
hair.
free. He fell in it. It hurt. All right. Morthos is bonsaiing away.
Once I get to this point, it's going to be quiet, sneaky look around the corner.
Did you give us all the interesting stuff in the party inventory?
There wasn't anything in.
Like that armor, and I said I was checking the bodies and everything. Was there anything that was...
There's no bodies. Yeah, there's no There's nothing on the bodies. They were wearing minimum clothes because of the work that they were doing. But
Well, they fought, they had weapons, they didn't have armor and stuff.
yes, hold on. I'm giving you the party. What was this? Advantage Bart for poking? That's from that's from Marty.
Nice.
Your community geniuses.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
funny. Crystal. Alright. He's got it in there. They had, well, hell, not much on them at all. The Stone Melder. What did they have on them?
And there was that named guy. There was a named guy that
Yeah, the Stone Melder. Yeah,
Well, the Stone Melder is not a named character. There was a character that had an
Yeah,
actual
that's
name.
Mirage. Yeah, Mirage. The guy he had a staff, and he was casting, and he had, he's the one that made the Earth Wall and all that on y'all. And then the Melder, he had just a black rod, just kind of a stone rod, that he kind of bludgeoned people with. But yeah, they're weapons that you see on the table are of low grade quality. They're just kind of, troop. There are crystal staffs, some stone morning stars, some pieces of rock armor, and then Morthos kind of filtered through as he was searching around, and then he kind of stumbled upon throwing some stuff away that he could see that the stone crystal armor was there, the breastplate was there that was given off, some pretty light, looked like it was in good shape, but it wasn't anything else but just the breastplate.
Yeah, so on my way up north, I'm going to make sure I pick up just one piece of the random art. I don't really care which one. It's for later to taunt the Stone Melder with.
What about this dwarf guy?
May he needs to come with us.
Hey. What got banned? Who?
I want to take a look down in this little alcove down. Specifically, I want to look at the floor. Are there any tracks coming in here at all? We came across an illusory wall before.
There's some, so you see it's a tunnel. And you'll ignore the pathway you see there. That kind of is what's going over the tunnel area there. You kind of see, and there is, you can kind of see around, and you hear basically something big kind of moving on the ground, some snorting. Make me a perception check.
Power?
No, you're making up front. Yeah, it may sound like there's a bullet belay You've heard the snorting and the sound of the large beast before. You think you hear one up ahead.
I come back and go looking for Mortos. I'll let him sneak down there and take a look. Hey, Mortos!
What do you think? North or west?
Oh, yeah, you left the passageway back there. Let's go back and check out. I think there may be another boule thing down there. I want you to go take a look.
Hell no, the first two almost killed us.
Boule?
That's why I want you to go look at just one. We can handle one.
The large creature that jumps up and stomps on them.
Huh.
They have fought several of them.
So once I get past
They're gonna
this
get
little
us killed.
underpass thing, I'm gonna go into sneaky silent mode.
Make me a stealth roll on the tower, please. Yes.
I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Oh, can I try to use primeval awareness?
To do primeval awareness.
I think it uses a spell slot.
Use your action, expend one ranger spell slot to focus want your awareness on the region around you. For 1 minute, you can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile of you. Up to 6 miles if you're in favored terrain. Aberration, Celestians, Dragons, Elemental Phase, Undead. With 6 miles of you. Oh boy.
Is
Nothing like...
Is this a favored terrain? I'm not sure exactly what kind of terrain this would count as.
What is your favorite terrain?
She has mountain and grassland.
This would be kind of... I don't know if that's... Mountain is underground. So it's, it could...
Maybe it would be considered Underdark?
It could be. Yeah, certainly.
Well, then she won't be doing it for 6 miles. She'll just be doing it for 1 mile.
All right. Yeah, you think you feel it doesn't quite tell you the characters doesn't quite tell you where it's coming from, but you feel that there's within a mile of you there's some creatures that know their stuff. Elementalish based. You've been feeling that for a while anyway since you've been down here, so. Your spidey senses tingle.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Morthos kind of steps in, and what you begin to see is what looks like a stable area. And let's see. You see this. Looks like there's some enclosures and some saddles and harnesses and belay saddles and burrow sharks harnesses and all that. And you see kind of snorting and moving around in the pens above some large creatures moving, barely keeping the stone walls from falling over.
Large creatures like more brûlés.
Oh yeah, here I thought I'd derp.
Oh, there they are on the combat
tracker, but I need to show them to you. Whee! They kind of look like they're in a pen. They're just they're mauling the ground, snorting. Looks like they're munching on something.
Are the front of the enclosures closed up so they're like pinned? is something keeping them in the
No,
enclosure.
that is not keeping them in. Nope.
So I asked Bart, how are your spells, Bart?
Dude, I'm gonna die.
Very low. Very low indeed.
Yeah, go back and relay. It's a Brulé stable.
Excuse me.
A Blu-ray stable.
I say for now we skip it and explore north.
Hmm.
All right, you want to go do some sneaking up there?
Yeah, sounds good. At least figure out which way, because we're still a ways away from being able to take a rest.
I'm all for not going against those.
Getting all sneaky as I come up here to the northern passage.
Roll in the tower for me, please.
I'm gonna stay here at the opening of the path.
Same.
Okay, me see what we've got going on here.
Does anybody need any healing? And can I cast healing word right now?
Sure.
I think you're lower than anybody else at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else is. It's just really me. Okay, so I'm just gonna cast it on myself then.
I mean, I'm at about a third, but I'm about a third down. But you're much worse off than I am, so I would say you take it.
Well, that didn't do anything.
Dang it. Move.
That's still better than nothing.
Move. All right, so y'all kind of move in. Morthos, you begin to see a large cavern with a vaulted ceiling. And you kind of notice right out of actually, you've still got a little sight there, that there is a natural stone column that reaches up. There are crystal growths protruding from the ceiling that cast this purple glow that you've kind of been seeing everywhere, and they kind of make veins along the eastern wall. And then some of these crystals are forming bigger, and they kind of are breaking through. And there is, you kind of hear what looks to be a constant sound of stone grinding against stone, kind of off in the distance there a little bit. Just ever so, you kind of feel it in the walls, and you feel a tremor every now and then.
Alright, I give the okay sign back to Freewalker, and then I move up and hide behind the column and take a look closer in the room to see what's going on.
I'm going to move up to where what goes to that, and I'm going to try to sneak also.
Okay. What else? Rest of the group? What are y'all doing?
I'll pass by here. Just pass up, Bart. Still trying to figure out what's happening.
And Rendorf is going to bring up the rear, I guess.
Yeah, he's following.
Hey, Duff.
Yes.
Can I use my robe of useful items and
Do
get
what?
a healing? The robe of useful items
I know
and
what it
take
is.
a heal and take a potion of healing.
Well, when you throw the patch down, you remove a patch. It actually makes 4 potions.
Okay.
If you look at the inventory sheet, you bring up your robe, it'll tell you it's
That's
Oh,
4
actually,
potions.
we got it in the actions tab. That's when we made that.
Yeah, no, I have it up in front of me.
Yeah, and so it's if you cast, he's used it had 24. Was that Murphy? Yeah, he's used 2 patches so far. But if you grab the patch and rip it off and throw it on the ground, 4 potions will spring up from it.
Well, actually, no. I'm just looking in my inventory. I actually already have 2
Yeah, you have 2. I think he'd used it before.
in there. Okay, so I can use 1 and then just mark it off. I'm gonna go ahead and do
That's
that.
correct.
Do I use this? Do I do the shield on myself, or what do I do for that?
If you're gonna take one, just roll me a 2. I need to code it for you. Just roll me a 2d4. Hit the +2 modifier down next to the dice, and then roll 2d4, and we'll add that to. That'll be your healing potion.
Hold on.
There you go. You got 7.
7 more.
To you. There you go. All right.
Okay. That gives me a little bit better off. Okay, now I feel more comfortable. I'm gonna go ahead and go in and get up here behind Free. Be on standby in case I'm needed.
Morthos, you see more of the room. And that's about all you're seeing.
All right, How high is the ceiling in this room? And are there any slugs or anything that looks like they could be slugs in it?
No, these vaulted ceilings go up. It looks like it's about 50, 60 feet up. And you don't see anything moving going on in the room. Just that you've got the glowing crystals give you a good bit of the light, and there's this constant sound of stone coming from the east.
Okay, I go ahead and wave everyone on into the room that it's clear, and then I will go stand near this pillar so I can see down the corridor to the east.
Bart?
So how bright is it in this room?
It's dimly lit from the crystal lights.
Certain zombies can only spawn at certain places.
Yeah, we should definitely check that far wall before we head east. I just want to see if I can see how far down this hallway can go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wanted to wander over this way and look around and see if I can see anything.
All right. So let me see a second here. Alrighty. Yeah, you don't really. You just see what looks to be a break in the passway. Morthos is kind of watching that way, hearing this constant. The sounds getting kind of louder of what sounds like.
I'm going to take my time and see if they're the tracks, because we know Stone Melder and one other person fled to the north here, so we don't know if they turned east or west down this room. So I'm just going to take my time and watch this huge passageway and see if there's any indication of tracks or anything.
So do we not see anything over here towards the other west side of the room?
Make me a perception check.
You say you need help tracking something?
He always needs help tracking. Why can't I approve that move of yours? What is going on here? Huh. Do that again, am I?
What?
Your movement there. It didn't take.
That
It's
wasn't
all
her, that was
free?
me, and that was from It's
sorry.
fine.
I got you. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong. Okay. And run north will. Free, something catches your eye moving in the northwest corner of this room. There's something over there. It just
Can I make out what it is?
no. You just caught the corner of your eye. It would looked was kind of look blending in with the rock. Something was over there. It just slightly moved.
All right, shield and weapon at the ready. I will cautiously approach.
And all of a sudden, you're staring. This big eye pops out. Make me a con saving throw. And it blinks at you for a moment, is looking deep into your brain, and then it yells out, "Ah!"
I throw a ground at him.
Realizes that Free's brain is more primitive than his own.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Oh my god.
I cannot live.
Burn it with fire.
Can I go ahead and attack?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sorry. I thought you were doing that when you said that.
I didn't know if you want initiative or if I could get an attack off for initiative.
You're going to do it as soon as you throw it. I mean, you said you had your weapon, it's kind of drawn. So, I'm giving you the shot. Oh. All right, now we can roll initiatives. Yes.
And I yell up. I don't yell, but I call out and I say, "We got trouble over here."
I don't know. This hallway to the east looks really amazing. I'm just going to keep looking at it for a while.
Yeah, we can handle this without you anyway.
Ah, coward.
Okay.
No response to the coward. Okay.
Sorry, I was reading something. Sorry.
No.
You guys
think you
talked
just
to him. I didn't
shocked
hear
her.
it.
Oh.
Okay, Danovan.
Okay, so sorry. I'm only aware of the one in the room.
Say that again.
Am I only aware of the one Nothic in the room?
Yeah, because you saw a free throw at it.
I'm going to use what I know of this enemy to know that I'm going to look a little harder at the walls around to see if I can see any more movement.
Okay, make me a perception check in the tower, please. You're scanning right now. You haven't noticed anything. As you
Okay.
you scan.
Well, I'm going to hop up, or I'm going to stay around. I'm going to stay next to Rundorth to help kind of keep him safe. But I'm going to be watching for a Nothic out of the wall,
Okay.
and I'll hold my turn until I see one jump out.
Yeah, keeping Rundor safe.
Okay, as a bonus action, I'm going to summon Drown back in my hand, and then I'm going to step up here and give him a couple of pokes with it.
Okay.
Or maybe.
Okay. I can see it from where I'm at, right?
You saw
Yeah.
a free throw at it, so yes.
Okay.
Well, make me a perception check. Because you are all the way over there on the other side. It's a dim glow
Yeah.
that's not very well lit for a human.
Why is she frightened?
She's
No,
not
I'm not
She has an
frightened.
effect.
Oh, okay.
You have a
That's
It's like-
advantage save against frightened.
Oh, gotcha.
You said perception?
perception, please. Yeah. You can, if you attack at it, it'll be at disadvantage.
Okay. I'll do that then.
You almost hit free, which is known to happen, especially if he's got his owl around.
Alright, well, I'll try to step closer. Oh, the tokens are not locked.
One moment, they will be now. Okay. Are
Alright,
you?
she's gonna move.
Yeah, but you shot. So how are you moving 40?
No, not 40.
I've got
30.
40. I got 45 on the map.
Oh, jeez. Hold on.
Try that again.
There.
There you go.
30.
There you go.
Perfect.
You've already
So you
learned
should
from
move
the
in
Death
like
Dealers how to
35
push
too.
the rules. Well, to go. All right.
Alright. So, that is all.
Bart.
Alright, so I'm gonna peek out from around this column here
Yes. You see a scary
and
Nothic.
chuck a firebolt at it.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. We haven't seen Pincushion yet.
And then I'll duck back behind the pillar here.
All right. Rundorth will move over here, trying to stay out of sight. The Nothic, free up on its biz. And how many times can it do that? Alright, it keen sight, multi-attack. Okay, so it will this time try to then it'll not saves. Wow. Free, make me a con saving throw, please. Oh, it gazes deep into your brain again.
Hold on a second. I'm not sure. I want to use my Stone's Endurance, but I'm not sure if I can against that.
It is necrotic damage.
It says when you take damage, you can use your reaction to undo some of it. So it doesn't say it has to be an attack. Just if I take damage.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Merphisia.
Yes. Okay, so what is the Wand of Magic Missile? Because it's not. There's no description.
It's just cast magic missile. So if you
How far do I have to be away for that? That's.
It's auto hits.
Oh, okay.
So actually, if you go to your inventory
Yeah.
tab, the wand should be down there.
Okay.
The full description will show you there. And so you
Oh.
have 7 charges for it, and so when you use it, it will shoot 3 bolts, and you check off you use the charge of it. Then the blood symbol, you drag that 3 times to the creature. Three
Okay.
firebolt, 3 magic missiles will shoot out of the wand. Trust me, Bart runs around with his all the time, firing it off.
There we go. Take one off, and does that count as an attack?
That's yes.
So I can do my extra attack.
That's an action.
It's an action. Yeah, it's an action. So it takes in place of it takes in place of your attacks.
But can I do my extra attack after that, though?
I think it actually has to be an attack, doesn't it, Free?
Yeah, if you want to get your multiple attacks when you actually attack with a weapon, so when you're casting a spell or using a wand or something, that's your whole action.
That's a whole
Okay, so then I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, because it has 3 hits to it. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Morthos.
Sounds of combat from my left, so I'm going to run to my right. Want to make sure we don't get flanked.
Okay.
So he says.
Yeah, you begin to see the beginnings of a large chamber and a pathway, and
We're in combat, so it must be time to split the party.
that's right. It is a huge, colossal cavern. Kind of, you begin just the perception of your ability because you've got well, you're 60 feet. Okay, so you're going to be seeing a little bit more of this. It kind of goes up, and there's more glowing crystals, and it seems to be a brighter light coming from in there. You hear more scraping going on, and it sounds like it's definitely heavier in there, and you're not sure what it is, but that's you begin to see this. You see this path in front of you, and there's stones that are kind of uncut. That's an uneven floor, and it just kind of goes off into the distance.
All right, move into the room a little bit more, and I'm gonna hide right here, and that'll be my turn.
Well, you see more of the room, and you see some huge pillars you're beginning to make out, and this pathway goes, and there's something farther down, and you see some movement also, kind of just barely in the distance. It's because it's dim, but there's something happening in a large structure farther down in the room from where you're at.
Okay. All you, Dan.
All right, I'm going to move up and stick with the NPC Rundirth. Did you hear me?
Yeah, you're moving over next to the dwarf.
Yep.
I don't see your movement. Why not? Okay. Free. Uh-oh.
Oh, you gotta be joking.
No, we don't joke. Tanya?
Coming closer.
Okay. Now you have a good line of sight on it. No, apparently not.
Oh no, it's contagious.
Oh no.
All right. Any more attacks, you'll be at -2 until the end of your next turn.
I have to make another one now. I have extra attacks. Oh no.
It wasn't supposed to do anything because it was supposed to be at a -2.
Yeah,
Actually,
exactly.
One natural 20. It's still
Yeah,
not
Still get 26.
Still a crit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you still
But
get the
I
damage.
still
Yeah.
need to put the -2, right?
No. That was. I think that was just an attack. No, it's still a crit. So
Okay. So just continue?
do your damage.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll use a bonus action to use Ensnaring Strike.
Which will be saved.
Oh man. Well, if he saves, does it work at all? Or is it half? No, it doesn't work.
Yep, nothing happens.
Okay.
Bart.
So I'm going to peek my head back out again. I forgot on last turn, but I did get advantage, so I'm going to chuck another firebolt.
Oh.
Glad you had that advantage.
Yeah, almost missed it. Could have hit you right in the kisser. And I'll duck back behind the pillar.
Nope, not coming out. Apparently he didn't want to hit. Murphisia.
I'm here. Well, I don't want to use up too much of that Wand of Magic Missile in case we need it later on. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Dissonant Whispers at him.
You failed.
Failed. And he died. Kablooey.
Nice.
What did you say to him?
Not telling you, that's my secret.
That's funny. Okay. Oh, why didn't I kill him? Okay, there we go. Morthos.
Moving cautiously and slowly, so at half movement.
Oh, I forgot to use my
seems to be
advantage
along
on
the
that
northern
one.
wall.
I forgot to use the advantage that he gave me.
I'm sorry. You
I'll have to
say-
remember that next time.
I think we should pause for a short rest.
Your party is split.
Yeah, I'm coming over here to look for Morthos. I go, Morthos, where are you?
You ran that way.
Well, with the vastness of this room, I'm still not seeing anyone within my 60-foot vision going in here.
Yeah, you see more of the room, and it's just a huge. Here.
And they're basically, I'm looking for the source of the grinding noise. Like, are these pillars spinning or something, or?
You see off in the distance what looks to be, this big stone monolith that's kind of changing. It's morphing, kind of just out of the, the dimness of your perception. And there seems to be some humanoids or something standing in front of this monolith.
So I creep forward a little further and I go, Morthos, where are you? Come back.
And
Yeah.
you hear some chanting too. Every now and then you hear something chanting going on.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna head back and deliver my report. Let them know. Grab Free and be like, let them know there's people about 100 yards that way in the middle of some sort of magic ritual, and head back this way.
Let's roll up and take a break.
And hope they don't finish the ritual in time.
I don't know about a ritual. I just want to take a rest a little bit.
Short rest it is.
Do I happen to feel any of the effects of this necrotic damage waving away from me during the short rest, or do I feel like I need to rest longer?
So, Morthizia, you have an ability called Song of Rest. You can play during the rest.
Right, I was actually just getting ready to say.
Morthos, what were you asking me? Was it me you were asking?
Yeah, so I have a lot of necrotic damage that has made me feel very weak. Now that we're taking a short rest, does any of that come back, or do I feel like I need to take a full 8-hour rest?
Was that? We see.
My max is down over 20 points.
Oh, you've got to have a long rest for it. Yes.
That was a long time ago.
How do I pull out my Song of Rest, though?
Well, I coded on my sheet to just recover 1d6, so there's no mechanic on your sheet for it.
Yeah, we'll get code it all. Something Murph was lacking on his coding. No, I'll do it for you. We'll put it down. We'll go through it all. So you just, if you're casting that for everybody, they can roll an extra d6. Is it free? Isn't it?
Yeah, it's 1d6 extra hit points.
If I have it coded on mine, I can probably drag to everybody if they
Just
want.
drag it to everybody that's there, so they all get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have no damage except for that permanent reduction to hit points, so I'm going to just stand guard over here, have a ready to action, that if anything comes down this hallway, I'm going to shout an alarm and make a ranged attack.
Hey, since they're using that, would it be possible for me to get that hit die I used back?
The hit die comes back on long rest.
Oh, is that what? Does it turn into a long rest?
Yeah, you have to have a long rest to get your hit die back.
I was gonna say because I didn't get any back either.
Oh, I thought you could use your hit die on the
You
short.
can use your hit die. You get them back on the long rest. So go to the main tab on your sheet, and your hit die should be at the bottom, and you can roll it. That's it. Just double click on the ones you want to roll, and it will automatically roll it and add your con modifier and recover your hit points.
So I rolled my hit die when they said we were taking a short rest to get some health back.
Okay.
You said, does it change? Are we doing something different now?
No, those hit die only come back when you take a long rest. You get half your level's worth of hit die back every time you take a long rest.
No, but I think were you saying
So
that
I-
because I'm using the Song of Rest, you didn't want to use that instead? You want to get those back since I was using Song of Rest?
Yeah,
I think
you get
you
that
have
back.
to use a hit die to
You
get
have
the
use
Song
a
of
hit
Rest
die to
benefit.
to get the extra dice. Yeah.
So instead of just one hit die, you get one hit die plus 1d6. But if you just don't use the hit die, then you don't get the Song of Rest.
You don't get the Song of Rest. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, I misunderstood how it worked.
So did this short rest happen to put us into dawn?
Give me a percentile roll. 50% or lower, and it did.
Shit's funny.
Oh,
Ah.
come on.
That's messed up.
Wow.
Bart, that'd be no. So close.
Didn't someone give him a -2 for something?
What are we doing?
I'm looking down this hallway.
Yeah, I let the rest of the group know there appears to be a group of people chanting or doing some sort of ritual at the far end of this room.
Yeah, and you feel as y'all was sitting there doing all that, another pretty good sized tremor kind of rocks the area.
What is going on in this place?
Depending on how involved they are in the ritual, we could probably get a good element of surprise on them if you guys can actually manage to move quietly.
Oh, I can help with that.
I say that as my eyes, just are fixed on the person wearing plate mail.
Who's that?
Wasn't it you and Pig that were wearing plate?
Pig? No, Pig was. I'm wearing a breastplate.
Morthos, come closer. If you need to be stealthy, I can help you be stealthy.
I'm going to go to my original position that I was up here looking down in on them.
Well, then never mind then, sir. I want to use pass without a trace if we're going to go on with this plan.
Why don't you save the spell slot, because it may come in more handy if we have a big fight coming up.
I have some to spare.
Veil of shadow and silence raised on for you, masking you and your companions. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you has 10 plus 10 bonus to dexterity checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. So are you casting it on all of them?
Anybody that's within 30 feet of me.
Okay. Okay.
She hasn't got it coded though, but that's fine.
Yeah, I didn't know how to figure
Nope,
that one out.
I'll show you. Yeah.
Hey, Dev, how many spell slots do I get back with a short rest?
I don't think the bard, does the bard get any back with the rest? Let's see.
If you actually do a short rest on the party, then they would have given anything back that she got back.
Yeah, I don't think the bard gets any. It's just the wizard sorcerer class. Bart, you got one back, don't you?
No, sorcerer don't
That's
get
warlock.
Just
No, it's warlock.
Every time I Quick question. So I'm managing this right.
Yep.
Every time I use one of the spells, am I supposed to go up to the spell slots and click off them myself?
Check it off. Yes, you do. Yep.
Okay, well then I didn't do that the last time, so I will
Yeah,
make sure,
you're
because
in
I used
charge
to go
of
first,
it,
second, third level. Okay.
Yeah, you got to check those off yourself. Okay.
Okay.
Do you still have the Leomund's Tiny Hut spell?
Yes, I do.
And you may want to save a third level spell for that for when we get a long rest. That'll give us the whole 8 hours of undisturbed rest.
Yeah, that's. I was holding off on that one. I'm not going to use any more third levels, because I only have 1 third level left.
Very good.
So.
What's up, Moondog? Good to see ya. Okay.
The spell is cast, right?
Yeah, so that circle is anybody
That
that's
got everybody.
within
Yeah,
my...
so that's their.
Yeah.
But they don't have to. They get it for how long? How long does that spell last?
1 hour.
Okay, there you go.
So
Everybody's sneaking in.
Is it possible if I stay closer back with the group to give aid to sneaking rolls by like pointing out areas where they would make noise if they stepped and stuff?
plus 10 plus advantage.
I mean, if I can do that, I will stay back with the group and do that and point out, all the little places where to step if it gives everyone advantage on their stealth rolls. Otherwise, I will move ahead and scout.
It's just, I'm not sure what you're asking me again. Say that again, Morthos.
So I would like, everyone in the group is trying to sneak in. I would like to try and give them advantage or bonuses to their sneak check. So if I hang out back with them and we all sneak as a group, can I like point out pitfalls and footholds and stuff and be like, step here, follow me, do this, to give them advantage on my sneak?
Sure, it just slows you down, yeah.
Like assisting?
So yeah, I will do that with the group and, kind of try and stealthily lead everyone in. Yeah, I guess let us know when you want stealth rolls for us moving in.
Did you get my stealth roll back?
I see it. Y'all can move on into the cavern right now. To the beginning areas where Morthos is at and free. Kind of moving on in there. You don't see or hear. You don't see, really. You see them kind of off in the distance. And you hear some chanting. It's coming from whoever's sitting. Hold on now. You guys are all over each other. All right. And Rundorth goes, I think I've heard that voice. He's kind of shaking. And there's some bellowing and calling forth, and you catch out this, with this key, and it kind of mumbles off, and it's a man's voice that's kind of, here, you're going to see this cavern kind of lights up a little bit more. Let's just go ahead and make it doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. And you see a figure, looks like a robed cultist. Looks like fine robes are on this cultist, is sitting right up here. And his back's to you, and he's got his arms raised up in the air. And this monolith, like it says, instruction is basically, it's constant. It's the stone and the dirt, and it's constantly evolving and changing forms. And then sometimes it comes into what looks something like a huge, colossal humanoid form, and then it goes back to stone. And then there's more figures. Looks like there's 4 more standing, which you can kind of see are still far off in the distance, but there are 4 more.
Yeah, pass that along to the humanoids. Looks like 5 total targets.
Here.
Is it the Fratellis?
Yep, and the chanting seems to be coming from whatever that is, whoever that is that's standing on the actual monolith and the steps up to it, and he's holding, I believe, is a looks like to be a large sword. Oh, god darn it.
All right. Before we get too close to where they can overhear us, I'm going to whisper over to Free. Let's try and move into the closer pillar, and then we can try and get a surprise on them. Either this pillar or the one in front of that one.
Are we sure there aren't any other, like, those pillars to me just look like they're strategically placed. Are we sure there isn't anything else hiding in here? Can we
Can't tell.
see if we can cast perception to if we see any other movement?
You see the figures close to the monolith right now. That's all you see moving. Yeah, it's kind of dim lighting you. I mean,
we're going to check the 3 north pillars in our way of sneaking around. So if we don't find anyone in the north pillars, I would assume if there were guards, they would be evenly placed, some on the north, some on the south. So if we don't see any on the north, I think we're safe to say there's none on the south. But that's a good point. We should make sure.
How high is the ceiling in here, Duff?
it is going to be a good 120 feet up in the air.
Very good. I am going to cast Find Familiar, and I'm going to bring Pincushion back into it.
Shoot it! Shoot it!
Yay, Penny's back.
I glare at Pincushion. He takes my job away from me.
Hey, guys, I'll be right back in 1 second. Wife
It's
needs
a nice owl. Oh, that's cute.
That's right, Moondog. Give me the critical. I'll kill it. Kill it.
So
Yeah,
Pincushion,
we have the wandering monsters and random traps turned off for the night, since we have two new people. Two of the ladies are playing tonight with this group, have joined the group. So we want to welcome him to the group. Kind of took a little pity on him right now. Oh, he gave me a critical hit. Oh, Moondog, you love me. Moo ha 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 ha.
There you go. I started a brand new
Yep.
notepad of
There you go.
stream items.
Mm-hmm.
all right, well, Penny is going to fly up high, and he's going to start doing some recon around these columns.
That's a very sweet owl. Look at that.
Yep, he's moving in, and he sees definitely the figures. He's got to move on up, and
He'll come down this way.
mm-hmm.
And then he'll fly up towards that way.
All right, let's see. He sees standing behind a pillar here. You see, and through his vision and all, it looks like the stone melter that ran off from the room when y'all found the dwarf. Oh, I got advantage and a critical hit. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with y'all. Let's see. There seems to be a next to this column right here, there is looks to be like what he's looking as a stone statue right here.
What does that statue look like?
A winged beast.
Does it look like things we've seen before?
You're looking at the back of it. You've never really actually seen the back of one when it's not moving. It's got a big head with looks like some fangs coming out of it, and some sharp claws and some big wings, but it looks like a stone statue just standing there.
All right, well, he'll just do a circle of the room and see what else he sees.
Where's his stealth check for him, please? Would you roll that in the tower?
Since he's high up in the air and looking down at people, does he get advantage?
Sure.
I'm sorry, you say you want a tower?
Well, you've already thrown it out there. Let me see if anything's going to notice him.
I mean, I can re-roll in the tower for you.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. But and then he's flying around and he sees another stone statue. Well, that's awful big line. I don't need it that long, but there's another one sitting behind this pillar here. And it's just another big stone statue. And it is, let's see. And he comes around, and what he sees as he's flying closer, the figures that y'all can barely make out, he's getting a better look at them, and he notices that they are, there's a couple of Earth Guard wearing their stone armor, and then there are two large Earth Elemental Myrmidons standing there. Looks like they're kind of watching the path, not seeing. And then there is a hooded man still standing there. Looks like a finely dressed cultist, and he's doing something, touching, praying, and invoking something with the ever-changing stone structure. And then his pincushion comes around. He sees two more stone statues. And hold on. Pin. Well, apparently these buffoons don't want to pay attention to anything. Oh, this one. Now Pin's got the stone statue right here, right in front of him. He notices its head turns and looks straight up at Pincushion and lets out a squawk.
I'll have him fly back over this way into the very corner. And when he gets over there, I'm going to pop him into his pocket image.
Yeah, this thing, it begins to flap its wings, and it starts to move with him. But yeah, Pincushion can get over there. Then, bloop. Bye, Pincushion. You didn't give me a chance, pig free walker.
That was the idea.
And it begins to fly around, and that the two beings over here they're looking, and they start up and around, which then sets off these two. And the person at the Free Walker's mic's really loud. I'll bring him down a little bit. He's a loud kind of guy. They hear this chuckle and laugh that comes from the hooded figure that's on the pedestal, or on the altar area, so to speak. He just kind of ha 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 ha.
Now, this may be a fight that's more than we can take. Can we see what the you said his back's to us, right? The guy on the altar.
Yeah. He hasn't turned, acknowledged. He just kind of laughed when they started moving. You heard this chuckle. We're gonna have a good one, Moondog, on Sunday. It's gonna be a good game. It's interesting little encounter. Well, what does the party want to do?
Are we still sneaking around?
Well, y'all were kind of just, well, yeah, he was flying Pincushion around while it was happening. Y'all could make your own movements if you like, unless you were letting Free tell you that he had his owl, which he uses a lot to do recon until it gets shot out of the sky.
So sorry, I just got back a few seconds ago.
Yep.
What are all those numbers?
There are several individuals walking around now, and the arrows that are pointing there look like some large stone statue creatures. Up until Pincushion came around to this column, the one to the north, and the stone statue was sitting there, its head turned, and it came to life, and it flew after Pincushion, who then flew into a corner dark spot and then disappeared. And that's where y'all find yourselves. And that then caused some of the guards, which you basically are understanding what they are, they took attention to this and kind of walked around. And the hooded figure at the base of this large monolith kind of chuckled, but didn't move, didn't turn, just continued to work on or doing what he's doing, or he or she is doing at the altar there.
Wait, hold on. I was close enough to Puritania to touch, right? At one point.
You tell
she's
me
a
you want to touch her?
Yep, I'm gonna touch her. I'm gonna touch her quiver specifically. I'm gonna touch her quiver, and I'm gonna use flame arrows on her quiver.
Well, thanks.
You're gonna set her quiver on fire?
Are you familiar?
No, I'm gonna go look at the spell. Unless.
Touch a quiver containing arrows or bolts. When the target is hit by a ranged weapon attack using a piece of ammunition drawn from the quiver, the target takes an extra d6 fire damage. The spell's magic ends on the piece of ammunition when it's hit with hits or misses, and the spell ends when 12 pieces of ammunition have been drawn.
Okay, so you can drag that effect onto her. Well, actually, it depends on if she's going to shoot or not. Y'all haven't, so. Yeah, because if she doesn't shoot and uses something else, that fire damage will roll off on it. So, all right, yeah. So he's touched you. We'll make that to use in a little bit here, but you're going to want to keep that spell open on your fantasy ground so you can put the effect over when it's needed.
Okay.
For her, because that will unroll, and it's a concentration spell too for you. All right.
All right, so I'll just have it magnified so I can.
Mm-hmm. What are you guys doing now? Gonna go say hi?
I suspect that this may be a bigger fight than we can handle at the moment. Where spells are greatly diminished.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just think we may want to pull back and come back another time.
I was going to say maybe we can go back in that other area, not necessarily the one that we were just in, but the one right before that, and maybe I can cast the tiny hut and give us a chance to have a long rest.
I had to see how long. I haven't tracked. I got to track time better, which I'm really bad about. But Free will, he will ask until I give it to him. Can y'all have a long rest?
If I remember correctly, though, the Morthos got hit by those ghosts before we came down into this room, into this level. I think, didn't he? I mean, it's been a long time since he had.
The ghosts were right here, Free. The specters and the ghost plate were right there.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Still seems like a long time ago.
Yeah, but it does.
Well, if we're not gonna fight, I just used a 3rd level spell for fun.
You can take it back. Well, y'all can make the determination. y'all got to
Yeah.
determine if y'all are talking to each other, then you're kind of giving away your.
Well, I'm whispering because Free's within 10 feet of me, letting him know that I am out of spells and I am still suffering the effects of the battle of those specters, and I still feel really weak. This looks like a pretty massive battle, and we avoided our last massive battle with the 2 young Burleys, so I'm not looking forward to this in our current state.
And
I don't think we can win this. Let's fall back.
technically, Duff, I can negate our conversation with my silent speech because everybody's
You're
within
fine.
visual.
You're fine. You're good. You can give your spell back on that. I don't mind that. Y'all are still with you and the two new hires. We've got some cohesion that's got to be built up with the group. Here, I'm gonna turn off tokens unlock so y'all can move. Y'all can hastily retreat, which is going.
No, we're going to slowly and quietly retreat. It's a cool soundbite, but you really understand that it's a strategic retreat. It's not running away.
I get my little humors where I can take them free.
I'm laughing. It's all good.
Okay.
Why don't we go over into that far corner over here, and then because I believe you can make that spell the wall on it is opaque, and you can make it any color you want, so we can just make it blend in with the wall over there, and we can hide.
Yeah, I can make it any color I want.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, you didn't call Pincushion back. Is Pincushion back, or are you gonna pull him back when after you long rest? You want to pull him off?
He can hang out with us, so he can keep an eye out for us.
Yes. Oh, that's okay. You put him. I thought you put him back in the dimension.
Yeah, I can pop him back out at any point. It's not he's not gone. I can put him in and out.
do I need to go ahead and roll it?
No, it's just I hate this spell, so I know it well. Yeah, it's 10 feet, I think.
10-foot radius, yeah.
Yeah, I hate it.
Why? Because it takes away all your fun?
Yeah, pretty much. Danovan, are you coming over there, or are you gonna hang out, or did he have to go?
All right, I'm back. I have,
Yep.
Baby stuff.
The baby stuff. Yes. Yes. The
I
wild
can relate.
Yes. Okay. I will. You bastards. Let's see. Is there anything gonna mess with y'all while we're playing around? Hell no. I can't roll for crap. Boom. And now you've hit Dawn, Bart. So you need to instruct Murphisia, since she's got a wand that she's not used to handling now. Or she used to be able to handle a wand. Now it's kind of foreign to her. And how you hold it, how you point it, how you shoot it,
You poke people with it.
I poke people with it? I mean, like poking this
So,
strange creature next to me?
He doesn't have the experience you've had handling wands.
So open up your wand of magic missile description.
Okay.
It also
And then
regenerates.
it'll show you. Yeah, you're gonna roll way to go, Bart.
Yeah.
You're gonna roll
Big
you
two.
got a D6 that you're gonna roll, and you're gonna get that number back plus 1 charges.
No, it says D20.
No, it does. It says no. If
Oh,
you
one
use
D-
the last charge,
You must have
you're
an
gonna roll a
awesome
D20
wand.
to it.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. She had a wand, but now it's gone. It was the wand of the land, but it's.
That's why she gets 1d20. Wishful thinking. Okay.
That's right. Well, way to go! You got 6 charges back on your wand there.
It
Cool.
appears
So,
your wand is
basic
stronger than
mechanism.
mine.
Yeah, he's showing Bart up there. You better watch out. All of a sudden, Bart kind of goes by, knocks it out of your hand. Oh, you dropped this, and he hands you his, and then takes yours.
No, I kick him in the butt.
All right, but well done.
Does anyone happen to remember what my original hit points were now that we've taken a long rest? Because between the ooze and the necrotic damage, I have no idea.
I've got your original card. Morthos, your hit die was at 30. Whoa. 39? Is that what you are right now? Wait.
I'm at 23 right now, and I know I was in the 40s at least.
Why have I got... What the hell?
You said you put it on the notes tab.
That's right. I haven't updated your sheet. So you were 39 at level 6. So you would have gotten whatever your roll was for hit die. That's where you would have been at.
Didn't you say you made a note on his character sheet of what his max was when it happened?
Okay, yeah. Thank you. Derp. Okay.
Oh, I got a 5, so I'll take my 38 plus 5.
You had 45.
I was gonna say, I thought he was like one above me since we've been playing.
Yeah, it's there down the bottom line on the notes tab next to your original stats.
Oh, found it, yeah. Cool. And those did come back after the long rest?
They come back. Or is it a greater restoration spell?
Nah, I've already. Thank you, Devil Dog. I don't know if Devil Dog and Moondog are related, but
no, they're two
Devil
different
Dog
ones.
is my favorite.
They're two different ones. Yeah, the Spectre did that, didn't he? He finished the long rest until you get them all back from a Spectre touch.
Hey, give me just a second, because I want to check and see if I want to change a couple spells.
Alright. Did anyone have a battle plan of how we want to come in and hit these people?
Well, we know what's there because of the owl, right?
I want to cast the Shatter.
I know it's going to include a lot of area effect spells, but we need to get them closer together.
I know. So I'm trying to figure out how we do that.
So we send Free Walker in, and they all surround him, and then we cast the area effect spell centered around Free Walker.
You want me to shatter Free Walker?
Also.
Okay, yeah, it's a scratch.
'Tis but a scratch.
Right.
Only a flesh wound.
Do it, shatters. Harmony. Shatter! Shatter! Because she just shatters so well when she's casting spells in your game.
She's always doing that.
She thinks she's a badass bitch.
Well, last game she was.
Yeah.
She really was last time.
That's the title of the episode.
Yeah, no, I watched it. It was great.
I think I can change out spells too.
You
but
can, you can when you level up. You're allowed to change out one for the druid.
Druids can change out on a long rest.
Guys, I could cast like an illusion that like causes them to all go like gather around it or something, and then cast Shatter.
Ranger. Okay, wait. The gnome. Okay, I'm looking at the ranger. Sorry, ranger can change out one on a level. The bard.
Yeah, that stone was morphing into all these different shapes, and we all got to see it morph into a giant humanoid. If you made an illusion of that giant rock humanoid thing, they may all think their avatar or whatever is there and all go around it to worship it or something.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. And then once they're all around it, then I can try and cast Shatter, or at least they'd all be in a place where everybody else can try and cast.
Well, Fireball does have a 150-foot range. I could basically stand at the end of that opening, drop a fireball on them, and everybody stay on the other side. And we can lure them through this canyon.
Oh yeah, because the Minor Illusion only has a 30-foot range, so I'd have to... But...
You can hide behind a pillar.
Yeah, you're just not going to get a whole lot of them the way they're spread out. We have to get them to congregate so we can really AoE them to death.
Well, let me ask you this question. Can I cast invisibility on myself?
Sure spell.
Because what I could do is I could cast invisibility on myself, get myself in closer, then cast the Minor Illusion.
Ability on you if you couldn't.
Huh?
I haven't.
Like on my next turn or something.
you guys have to figure. You got a few minutes. Tick tock, tick
Fire,
tock.
Firebolt has 120 foot range. Morthos could always sneak up to the end of the cavern, pop one of them with a firebolt, lure them back to that hallway.
Oh, that could work too.
If you gather them together, I also have a little AoE. Little one.
I like the idea of luring them, because if we go out there, we're on their territory. If we can make them come to us, we can make them congregate, and then we can hurt them. I like that idea.
You mean lure them back in here?
Yeah. Basically, we can hang out, say, around this area, and then have a couple of people with firebolts go in there and chuck a couple at them. When they start coming to us, they can fall back on this side where we're at, and then when they come in here, we can fight them in a smaller area instead of out in the open.
Right. Free's probably even big enough. If he stood right in the opening, they couldn't even get into the room.
But the point is, we need them to come into the room and congregate so that we can hit them with the AoE spell.
No.
If they're all stuck in that little hallway, we won't necessarily be able to get them as well.
Well, yeah, I'm down.
Maybe. The gargoyles, though, are designed to protect a certain area, so I don't know if they would leave their area and come into another one. But
all the better. Maybe we can get all the stone knights to come in and fight us. Maybe we can kill them separately and then go in and fight the other group. That would be even better.
Yeah, I'm good with luring them in here.
As it's a smaller group, it would probably be better in the end.
sounds like a plan. I'll volunteer to be some of the bait to draw them back, so I can disengage freely and get out of there.
Yeah, I'll go up there with you so I can send Pincushion and Scout.
I think I pretty much set the spells how I want it. So I'm good to rock and roll for my spells, and I'll follow with the group, but I've got to step away for just a second. So if you wouldn't mind moving me with the group.
Okay.
So they're going ahead, and then we're going to...
Yeah, I think you guys should all move up to this area or so where that line's at.
I will keep some distance.
The safety word is banana.
Banana. Oh, God.
Sorry, there's no safety words in combat. Sorry.
I'm gonna just wait and hear Morthos yell out banana really loudly.
Alright, sneakily move to the far end of the hall just to make sure everything's as we left it.
Yep, and I'm gonna fly a Pincushion and go up high.
Okay. Yeah, roll me a perception check when you do that.
Pin gets advantage on perception.
Yeah, just so, your pin's gonna see right in front of her, in front of him. Gargoyle's flying right at him. He went the right went directly for it.
He will turn around and come right back.
Oh, your little sassy pants there. I get my shot. Actually, roll me a, what's his dex? What's his dex? Roll me a dex check. Would you? Oh, well,
How's that?
fine. Steal it from me. All right, so he can go first. Yeah, reaction is quicker than the gargoyles. Damn. And the gargoyles swinging around.
And I tell Morthos there's a gargoyle coming.
Yeah, and it's
shoot him!
Yeah,
I shoot him.
back as it's doing that, and
I shoot him with a ray of frost.
Initiative, folks.
Or maybe I'll just wait.
Oh, Lord.
Now that is how you roll initiative.
You rolled pretty well.
Alright.
Can I use my inspiration? I'm just kidding.
Alright. Is that everybody in there? Wow. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Morthos. You're up.
All right.
first.
Well, I liked what Free said, so I'm going to use my main action to fire a ray of frost at gargoyle number 3 there. All right, and his movement is reduced by 10 feet from that. And then, so that's all we see. We don't see anyone else.
Not yet.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm going to move 10 feet down here to free up the doorway. Actually, I'm going to move down here. That 40, shit, what's their flying movement? It has to be less than 50, I'm going to assume. So I'll move down there. And then I'm going to shout as loud as I can, Earth is stupid! Air is better!
Oh boy.
Air beats the Earth any day!
Oh my
Lord.
gosh.
Alright. Morphisia.
I am gonna hold my action until I see whether we're gonna get anybody in here or not.
Bart. Oh, I'm sorry, pass it there, Bart. Bart.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang tight here as well.
Okay. Alright. Hold on. I've got... Actually, y'all don't see him. I'll see Gargoyle. Okay. This thing, in past my turn. It's not this turn. Let's do that. Rundorth is in the corner. Free.
I am going to cast Protection from Good Evil.
Okay. Alright, and this thing's half. You said its movement got reduced by 10 because of the...
Yep.
Alright. And it just kind of flies up in the air there and just is hovering. See.
I'm gonna hold my action here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you've got a little bit more sight, Morthos. Roughly. It's dim. Make me a perception check, Morthos.
All right.
You catch out of the corner of your eye up toward the ceiling. Donovan.
I am going to make my way up towards Free.
Okay.
I don't know if you were away from the keyboard when we made our plan, but the plan was to go in and attack them and then draw them back into the room so we can get them to congregate so we can do AoEs on them.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Yeah, so then I take that back. I'm going to stay... Well, I'm going to back up just a little bit. Tokens are unlocked, by the way.
Thank you. I forgot. I was like, thank you. Done. All right.
And I'm going to hold my action and ready a spell for when they come running back through here with people behind them.
And let me see. Morthos' little taunt. Let's see. There is you hear a distant chuckle, Morthos, that he kind of laughs. You hear this, it's a deep laugh coming from what you feel is probably where you can kind of see it in the distance. It is dim again, but it's a laugh to your, a response to your deal, and it won't take long before that will not be the case. We knew of your coming. We shall leave you here when we are done. And he continues.
You probably heard it on the wind because the earth wouldn't transmit it.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Danovan, anything else or pass your turn? That was actually on this guy's turn, so Danovan. Did he disappear again?
I think he has child duty.
Yeah, he's getting messed with it. Okay. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He passed. Morthos.
And I'm going to drop a Ray of Frost on Gargoyle number 1 just so I've hit him, so hopefully he's pissed off at me.
What's the distance on that again? Just make sure
It is 60 feet, so I'm at max range.
Well, he's also way up in the sky. So I was getting ready to say they're flying. They're not on the ground. So he's going to be out of your range.
All right, I will switch to Firebolt, which has 120-foot range.
There you go. That'll work.
And I horribly miss.
Oh, wow. We'll have line of sight to you. Well, that'd be just roughly free, and that's it.
I don't know. I think I'm around the corner from him. I don't think I can see him. Where is that?
If it was the other way, he's free. I can see him. I can just peek around the corner.
I use my movement to go back behind Free, sulking, going, I'm horrible.
Now you have line of sight.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. Murphisia?
Oh, I'm still holding my action and readying for when they come in, so I'm waiting on these slowpokes.
Bart?
Alright, I'm gonna move up behind this one.
Yeah. The world like collapsed.
And then I'll just hold here.
Okay. Alright, hold on 1 second for Rundorth. What are they doing? Alright. You can't really tell that. Alright. Alrighty. Rundorth is concerned for his health. He just wants to get back up top, and he's waiting. He's just kind of watching y'all for orders. He's really not much help down here. He's out of his element because he is a dignitary, you know. Free.
So he's 45 feet away, Gargoyle 3, and I know he's up in the air, so is he within 60 feet is my question.
He's not within 60 feet. That's why I was calling out for the first attack. He's up in this. He's up in the seat. He was flying way up high up there. And
yeah, I know it's just going to be out of diagonal, so I didn't know what the distance and range was going to be.
Definitely, if he's good, 60 feet, 70 feet. You know, it was 120 feet ceiling's what I said, 120 feet, and he's still way out of y'all's range. So, well, not for the Morthos' Firebolt. That had 120, but He is up in the air. Just, and he's kind
Yeah,
of.
I don't have an attack for that kind of range. So I'm gonna hold action.
Actually, make me a perception check, would you?
Tower open.
Open. What's up, DJ? Okay, yeah, he looks like he it's dim up in the ceiling and all that, and he's kind of blending in with the rocks, but you get the feeling for a moment there that what thought was wing flapping, and now he's not. It doesn't seem to be moving. He's just like hanging there somehow. You've kind of the body. You kind of know where you're looking at for him, but it's his tactic, his maneuver has changed. That's all you can tell from the distance where he's at right now.
Okay.
And this one, well, y'all wouldn't see him. Actually, you're not going to see him. Tanya.
She will go down over here with the dwarf, because she can see that he's looking pretty freaked out.
All right.
And she's still holding an action for
Okay.
any baddies that are going to come through the
Okay.
hallway.
Yep. Pincushion.
Alright, I'm going to have Pincushion fly in this way.
Okay.
I wasn't done yet.
Sorry.
I'm going to have him fly in here. And that's his movement action. I want to hold his action for another movement in case this car, I guess.
Yeah.
Gargoyle is going to come in.
Perception check. Give me a perception check right there for him.
Okay.
Now, Pincushion can tell that Gargoyle 3, because you kind of know it there, and he's, so Pincushion, gets that, a bit, it's kind of just the two of you letting him know that Gargoyle is actually has attached itself to the ceiling and is inverted itself, hanging upside down, watching.
Okay, what about the number one? Is it?
He's still he was flying. It looks like he was flying toward this column, and he does not see Pincushion right at the moment.
Okay, then Pincushion will go up higher and move on down past him. But I'm not done moving yet.
That you're done?
Yep, that's it.
All right. Pincushion's going to see a change in positions. And what's this one doing? Okay. And there's another one. Kind of hovering up in the ceiling area. And he also sees just out of the... Well, Pincushion's got... What's his distance on sight again? He's got a lot.
120.
Yeah.
Maybe 120.
Yeah, he's going to see more in this room. Hell, he's high enough watching it all. So what he's seeing... let's see. Alright, doesn't see Earthguard 2. Over here, looking this way, and in the center here is this dude, and the other figure is still standing back, just doing his thing. Looks like he's, oh, and the stone melter, he is actually standing over here now. Okay.
going to use silent speech to tell to about that.
You're breaking up, Dan.
Oh,
Bad.
Okay, is that better?
There you go.
yeah.
I'm going to use my silent speech, I'm just going to tell Bart to take about 15 feet back.
Okay.
And then I'm going to sit here ready with my spike growth spell. And passing my turn.
Morthos.
All right, I'm going to take 5 feet back, and with my dark vision, I should be able to see Donovan, pretty much the entire party. And I'm just going to shout out, I guess, Omaha, Omaha.
Omaha? Whatever happened to bananas?
It's a different one. I'm calling the audible.
Oh my
They're
God.
not coming in. Yeah, football
We did
joke.
not
Sorry,
discuss
for anyone who doesn't play
this.
football.
Yeah.
Just shoot these bastards until they come in, until they stop hanging out. We can just kill them one at a time if they're not going to come in here.
Yeah, we need more than 2 people, so I'm gonna shout out for everyone to move forward that they're not leaving the room, and then that was 5 feet to go back and give that order, and then rest of my movement to go back forward here, and then I'm gonna take another pop at Gargoyle 3.
Okay. Well.
So,
Okay, so you need to make me. You're not gonna give me a perception check at disadvantage, please. You're not gonna know that he's up in the ceiling hanging. He has now become. Oh, actually, hold on. That might actually. Let me give him a stealth roll here. You know where to look. Actually, yeah, you do not see him in the ceiling. He's blending.
Can I assist him in that so that he would so he could to show him, point out where he's at?
He didn't. He didn't. You know, he walked by you. You didn't say anything to them.
well, what about Earth Elemental number 2 that's down there?
Yeah, that's in dim. Well, you're.
I have dark vision, and he's within range of Firebolt.
You're tiefling, so those guys. Yeah, you can see them. Sure, they're just standing. They have not moved.
All right, I'll chuck a Firebolt at them. Why was I at disadvantage on that?
And more importantly, why are you attacking me?
I don't know. Was
I?
Yeah,
He
one
did.
Yeah, one fired at Bart for some reason. That's hilarious. But it missed 2. Yeah,
It missed them both.
It flew wide, way wide.
Okay. And then as a free action, I will taunt them again about the greatness of air and hippogriffs and flying with the wind underneath me.
And back up.
Merphisia.
Okay.
All right.
I'm back. Sorry. I
It's
can't really do
okay.
anything from that position though because I can't see
I
anything.
can't really see anything. No.
So I'm gonna hold my action and ready a spell as well at this point.
Bart.
Alright. I will move on up here as well.
I have 100. You have by the way. House. Rama.
Okay.
Actually, I'll go ahead and sprint up to here behind Free.
Ah,
And then I'll hold tight here.
well,
Okay. Donovan, make me a perception check.
Oh, okay.
Okay. They're not trying. You think you hear movement. Coming from there. Some talking.
All right.
Yeah,
All right, then. Since I'm holding action, do I have a chance to react to that?
On your turn.
Okay.
Just giving you the heads up. There's talking, murmuring coming from
Sounds
down
good.
that hallway. And they move in here. Pincushion's going to see this guy try to run over here and hide. Rundorth.
Which guy was that?
The Stone Melder, too. He kind of is moving. He's been kind of shifting and moving, and he looked up toward the hooded figure back there, and then came back around this way.
Okay.
Free.
Well, I guess I still don't have any action. I don't really want to move into the room, so I'm going to hold action for that.
Okay. And this gargoyle is flying around, sees Morthos, and makes another squawk out.
Is he within 60 feet of me?
He's getting there, yes. He's up high. Yeah, he's close enough that, your angle. He's not all the way up in the ceiling, not like his compadre over there that's basically is trying to blend in with the rocks and is, watching.
Okay, if he's within 60 feet of me, I'll chuck a ray of frost at him. Is that good?
Yeah, go ahead.
And a miss. That's going to be a theme tonight, I think.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right. I don't believe that it saw Pin. Roll Pin's stealth again.
Advantage or not?
Straight up. He's not looking at him, so you're fine. Okay, so he's hovering along too here. And let me see, what about this guy? Yeah, alright. Tanya?
Am I
Make me a
also
perception check.
realizing?
Yeah, you'll make me a perception check. Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
The dwarf murmuring has got your attention.
The one next to me?
That's right, yeah. Yep.
Okay. Well then. I'm just gonna stick back here with Danovan and keep this guy company. Holding an action.
Mm-hmm. Pen.
He's going to hold action for now.
Okay, Danovan. You've heard murmuring coming from that hallway or that tunnel.
All right. I am going to move my way over here and hide by this column. And see if I can see anything down the hallway a little bit.
Say that again, you're breaking up.
See if I can see anything a little coming from that, if I can tell what that noise was a little better.
1 second. You have no dark vision, so you don't see anything yet.
Okay, well, I'm gonna sit here ready to throw some acid or throw a magic pebble at somebody if they come through that door.
You mean the tunnel, right? Okay. Pass your turn. Morthos.
I'm going to chuck a Ray of Frost at Gargoyle number 1.
Okay. Yeah, he's coming down.
And I will miss the second time. And now I will run behind the tank.
He is doing some Top Gun maneuvers for y'all's incoming missiles.
And let him know 2 gargoyles inbound.
Murphisia.
Yes. Trying to decide if I want to move. Don't actually approve that action yet. Like, I'd be in the middle of that group. Now, the tunnel is at the one that's kind of down, like right below me, going back towards the mudroom. That we're hearing it from.
You can make me a perception check. You're not really close. Yeah, you're really not hearing it. Sorry.
I'm not hearing it? Okay.
No, you're not. Yeah, from where you're at. Yeah.
Did I hear them say anything about the gargoyles heading this way?
If Morthos was way whispering it, you might have heard something. You might have heard the word gargoyle.
Okay.
Unless he yelled it out.
Well, he was yelling in the other room, so I think the stealth thing is gone. So I don't think he would be whispering.
Okay.
Okay.
Trying to think if they're okay. Go. If I go there, can I see Gargoyle 1 and 2? What range are they from me?
3
or 3 and 3 and 1.
3 you won't knows there. 1 is coming down, but he's behind the rock. You're not. You've got really no line of sight on anything.
Okay, then I'm gonna come back here and where I was before, and I'm just gonna hold my action. That way I'm in position for whether something comes in from down south or something gets closer to the guys that are in the tunnel. So I'll just hold.
Okay. Bart.
Alright. So I can see the gargoyles coming towards us.
You can see one. You know, 1's coming. They've been firing at it. 3 is up in the ceiling, and he's become basically. He's just kind of become an inanimate object up there. 3 knows he's there.
And I'm not being shy about pointing him out.
Might make you throw, if you're going to throw something at him, unless it's magic missile, you might be throwing that at disadvantage. But
I would say the one that's coming toward us is a higher priority.
The 1, yeah, he's coming down. Yeah, but he's been doing some great maneuvers and flying out of the way as these missiles have shot past him.
Nope. I am going to use a twin spell and get a haste on Free and Morthos and tell Morthos to get his ass back out here and get rid of these stone things.
Isn't there a passage to the south we haven't checked out yet?
Lord.
And then I'm going to move back to here.
That's my backup right there. If he does take notes, next time Bart's out, this is how he rolls.
That's how he rolls. That's right. All right. Pass your turn, Bart.
Oh, actually, just for some added protection, I'm going to go ahead and Ass Blast past Murph so, you know, there's another meat shield.
All right.
What?
These guys just slightly move. They look edgy. Well, yeah, Pincushion sees them kind of edgy. They've got their Morning Stars out, and the Myrmidons have their huge mauls out, and they are looking forward. But the guards every now and then will look back toward the figure, and then just kind of stand. They're standing their ground. They're not going anywhere. You've noticed that clearly now. What Pins is relaying to you. However, Danovan coming around the corner.
Yes.
You begin to see.
because the battle on one front is just never enough.
And we will hold right there, folks.
Seriously, you're gonna leave us?
Do I need-
dead on the-
Oh,
Do I not
yes,
shoot the hell
I
back?
am.
Really?
Hey,
Really?
Don't forget, I got my held action, so I should be.
If you want to shoot, you want to start it off, but I'm just letting you know.
I
what's
also
coming around
had
the
a held
corner.
action.
I do too.
We're also at the top of the round, so only people who have gone so far in this round have an action. Held action from last round are gone.
Okay, well then I have one. So-
if it's, you can either ponder it
Can you see them?
or act, but
I want to do it.
That's up to y'all. If y'all had held action, well, you can't see them though.
But I
Marthas,
can hear them,
Yeah, they're
and
talking.
I can,
yeah, they're.
and I
talking
could
in
move
unison.
into a line of sight for them.
Well, you can't move. A held action.
Oh, I can't move.
No, you can't move. You can only have an action. If you were to try to hold your movement on it, then you would move yourself to the bottom of the order. You lose your position in initiative. But if you are like holding a shot or something like that, you're allowed to do that, but not movement.
Okay. So I'm not in
You're not
line of sight for them.
No.
Well, that just sucks. Fine.
I'll ponder mine and wait till we come back to take my shot.
Sure, me too. That's fine. Ruin my fun.
Dun, dun, dun. And this is all legit. I had the monsters and everything turned off, and y'all put yourselves right in the middle of this vice.
Oh, we're
Wow.
just the three.
Wow. I was like, this is
Time
just
out.
going straight down line here. Interesting. Okay, folks, we're going to hold until next Tuesday. And the group has the text channel to discuss properly what they think they should do in this situation. It was nice knowing you, ladies. But
Don't let him scare you. We can take these guys.
Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to bank. I'm going to take Cyber's suggestion and do a bank shot off the tower and try.
Off of one of the pillars there. Yeah, the pillars. Yes, that's right. Cyber,
Oh my
don't get in
gosh.
trouble yet. The girls just joined the group, and they walked right into the lion's den on this in the encounter. Okay. Yes, we're gonna hold there as a cliffhanger.
Okay.
Because we're in the middle. I don't want to get this. This is important. So, and the Black Earth guards they've all gone. So it's actually going to be the Melders have gone. It's actually whoever's next there. It'll be free, actually. So Rundor's not doing anything yet. Actually, he's kind of going to cower. He may be trying to slink back up in the corner there when he hears that noise. So it'll be free in his action when we return. Okay.
Alrighty.
We're good, ladies. Hang around for a little bit. We'll chat real quick on those characters, stuff like that. Stream will be back Thursday night with the Deadbeats, and then Saturday with the ladies of Force Majeure. So,
No, we're not here this Saturday.
Not just I do that every time. Thank you. See, I get myself in trouble when I don't want a game I have to play. When I do want a game I can't play. So yes, I have the memorial. Thank you. I've got that in the late afternoon. I got to go to. All right. So yeah, we're off Saturday, but we're playing Sunday for Genghis Khan at 12 noon online and at the convention in Colorado. They're streaming it live on Sunday afternoon. All the actually virtual games are going to be streaming there for the convention. All right, folks, let's say night to our viewers, and we're going to sign off. Thanks for watching, folks.
Good.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks all.